Brother Maurice said he hit an animal, then a tree, then a pole. And then the animal ran off. But my God, today, he is alive, hallelujah, to tell the story. Him and Kimmi were together the entire time. That's what you don't know. Did you know that I am innocent? Do you know the case was dismissed? Yeah, nigga, we know. You say it every chance you get this season. It was a technicality, allegedly. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Tammy. This is TammyTalks. We are here to talk Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 10, Episode 6, Martell Me No Lies. Before we get started, do me a favor. If you guys are brand new to the channel or a returning viewer that is not yet subscribed, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Shout out to y'all. Do I have a round of applause handy? Shout out to y'all. 217 of y'all subscribed from last week's video. The episode wasn't even that good last week, but it got me choked. I'm so grateful that I got choked. But shout out to y'all. If you haven't already and you're back from last week, please hit that subscribe button, y'all. I'm trying to get to 45,000 subs. We are close. If you are subscribed already, thumbs up the video if you enjoy it, and then leave your comments down below. I don't have to tell y'all that. Y'all be ready to talk about the show, all right? So we pick up where the last scene left off on the last episode, where Nell is like, Tisha stormed out like a little girl, and did. And production told Tisha, get your ass back and finish that damn scene. So we see Tisha in her crossover SUV come on back. I mean, it's like she circled the parking lot. Tisha circled the parking lot, came on back, and then said, you know what? I came back because I have a level of respect for Miss Nell, and I want it to go better. And I'm like, Tisha, no, you came back because production said you will not get your $217 for today if you don't take your ass back in and film that scene. So Tisha comes back in and tells Nell, look, I have a level of respect for you, but you can't yell at me. Nell was never yelling at you. She was never yelling at you. Your mama yells. Your mama is somebody who yells. She wasn't yelling at you. So Nell kept saying, I'm not yelling at you. Tisha was trying to be condescending and gaslight her again. And kudos to Nell for standing her ground. Stand your ground. So Tisha said, look, I'm dealing with a lot. I'm dealing with the rumors. The past couple of years, I'm tired. The past couple of years have been full of nothing but rumors and everything that's going on, and everybody's coming at me and my husband. Look, here's the thing though, Tisha, take that up with your husband. Yeah, there have been rumors, but a lot of the rumors have been able to sustain because Marsau will not confidently, strongly condemn the rumors. So whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? Your husband will not adamantly say, I am not cheating. He won't do that. So the reason that you're going through all the rumors that you're going through is because of Marsau. Marsau thinks it's a game. Marsau plays in your face when it comes to these rumors and all these allegations. I am a huge proponent of where there's smoke, there's fire. We don't have any proof of Marsau cheating, but but there's so much smoke, and Tisha's gonna do what she want to do. So, girl, stand by your man. So, Tisha continues, the rumors have affected my marriage. Everyone comes with the same BS towards me. Everyone does. And Miss Nell has actually dealt with infidelity, not like me with my perfect husband. He didn't know our child had a nut allergy, but he's good to me. And I'm like, Tisha, girl, okay. So Nell is like, look. I'm going to give you a little bit of grace because of everything. that's been going on, okay? Nell then goes on to say that she's a certified life coach. Tisha in her confessional said, well, who gave her that certificate? If she's a life coach, I have a doctorate. Yeah, you got a doctorate of being fucking stupid, Tisha. Shut the fuck up with this. See, Tisha, this is why you can't rock and roll with nobody. That was unnecessary to say about Nell. But I guess Tisha then goes on to say, we are all adults and we are going to move on. Tisha, you act like anything but an adult. You are the most immature person on this show. You are wearing the costume of an adult, but you're a child. You have the mentality of a teenager, a love-struck teenager at that. We then see Maurice and Kimmi. So Maurice feels that Martell has lost himself. Kimmi said, this is how Martell acts. Is that so, Kimmi? Because when Melody was saying this, you were the main one taking up for Martell. But I guess now that his venom, his anger, his whatever is directed towards your husband, now it's, well, this is how he acts. You know, why are you surprised? This is how he's always been acting. But you were the main one saying that Martell was a good guy. But I was with Kimmi. Why are you acting like you're shocked about this, Maurice? Said that Martell is the one putting the fuel on the fire and then screaming, save me from the fire, save me from the fire. Maurice then asks if Kimmi has ever tried to see things from Martell's perspective. Kimmi says she has often tried to see things from everyone's perspective, and she often has tried to give Martell grace. Maurice said that Martell is one of the nicest men he's ever met. And I'm like, Maurice, please spare us this. Please. What's going on in Scott 2.0's life that y'all are so hyper-focused on Martell all of a sudden? So Maurice said that Martell used to have the ladies always telling them we should be more like Martell, you know, because he helped out with the children and around the house. We're not giving men kudos for doing what they're supposed to do. My dad doesn't get kudos because he was in the house and did what the fuck he was supposed to do. We were his children. He was supposed to go to work. He was supposed to take care of us. He was supposed to help clean up around the house. He was supposed to help cook. Why are we giving kudos for that? Why is y'all bars in such fucking hell? Why? This is crazy to me. But I guess. What's going on in Alabama? Y'all men okay. Kimmi points out how Maurice has already tried to help Martell, and then Martell turned around and threw his ass under the bus and said that he does not respect you, Maurice, so the conversation is going to be pointless. Maurice looks, someone doesn't respect me? I'm Maurice. I'm Maurice Luther King the third. Yes, he doesn't respect you, Maurice. Is it not evident? Like, oh my God. Kimmi said that Martell sees Maurice as an extension of Marsau, which is probably true. Maurice just looks so confused. So Kimmi points out, look, whenever Martell feels that it is unfair that all of y'all asses have cheated, allegedly, that all of y'all have cheated, okay, and he was the one that was actually doing stuff in the household and helping out around the house, but he lost his family and y'all still got y'all's. And I'm like, Kimmi, hello, Miss Ma'am, Miss Mamas, are you listening to yourself? In this statement, Kimmi is saying that Maurice cheated on her. She's acknowledging that. Jesus wept. And so did I at Kimmi's stupidity. Jesus Christ. Of Latter-day Saints. Oh my God. Right? So Kimmi then said, you could use this time to do something with Maurice Jr. that we've been asking you to do. Maurice said, fuck all that. Fuck them kids. I want to go get in Martell's business to make sure that Martell does not find one of my mistresses and start blowing up my spot. That's basically what it is. Maurice must feel like Martell is going to say some information about him because you are way too invested, Maurice. Way. Go focus on your child. Go focus on your stepchild that feels that you didn't love him. I would think that would be more pressing to you, but maybe not. Tisha's at home with Macy, Is Macy the oldest one? She's at home with Macy telling her she needs to pick up her marketing skills. Pick yours up. The fuck? Like, imagine telling a child, pick up your marketing skills. Tisha, where are yours? Are you educating her on marketing? Just because a child is on social media don't mean that they know how to market. This why you don't have the PhD or the doctorate, Tisha. Stupid shit like this. So Macy said that Tisha is her favorite parent and said Marsau used to be her favorite parent, but he has dropped lower and lower. I feel like she was just playing with Marsau. Marsau was like, she has my sense of humor. I think all of them kids adore their father. I do. So Tisha tells Marsau that she met up with Nell, and Nell did not like that she got in Chris's face. Tisha is still standing on that. I wasn't in his face. Yes, you were. She then said that Nell's voice started to escalate and she laughed, but production made me go back, so I went back. You were in his face. I don't know why Tisha is... Marsau then said, if this is how mentors, or is this how mentors are supposed to act? Tisha said Nell is certified. Marsau was like, certified crazy? She's a certified life coach. Now, I personally do not believe in life coaches because I feel like anybody can be a life coach, and that, no. I don't believe in life coaches, but shout out to those of y'all that are, okay? Marsau was like, Tisha, you do have a tendency to talk to guys like they are your husband. Tisha glosses over that. Okay, but anyways, I apologize. No, you didn't know. You didn't apologize. Tisha then said it's weird with adult friends. No, you're weird with adult friends. Tisha, you don't know how to be a friend. You don't have friends because you don't know how to be a friend. Remember how Kimmi said if y'all weren't family, she wouldn't be your friend? I didn't forget, and I'm sure you haven't either. Tisha then goes on to tell Marsau that Trisha and Nell feel that they are not transparent, her and Kimmi, and y'all aren't. We've talked about this. Marsau tells Tish to fill out Destiny. Be careful around her because she's everyone's friend, which AKA means she's Martell's friend. So be careful what you tell her because she's going to run back and tell Martell. Tisha wants to stop talking about marriage on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Why would we stop talking about marriage on the show? Why? Because you got something to hide in your marriage? There's something going on in your marriage that you don't want to come out? That's the stupidest shit I've heard. Your show is actually called Love and Marriage Huntsville. Where was the let's not talk about marriage when y'all were all up in Martell and Melody's marriage? You wanted to talk about marriage then? Where was the let's not talk about marriage when y'all were asking Trisha and Ken about what they had going on? When y'all were talking to Courtney and Tiffany about what they had going on? When you wanted to know why Destiny and LeBerick got divorced? No, let's keep talking about fucking marriage, Tisha. It's in the title. It's in the title, baby. We're gonna talk about your marriage. Oh my God, like, is the elevator not going all the way up? Ding, ding, ding. Oh my God. So we get Nell and Fletcher, and they are in the aisle of a toy store whispering. This scene irritated me so much. Why are y'all standing in this toy store whispering? If you cannot talk at a comfortable conversational tone, take it outside. So Fletcher said, I saw Lance and Destiny came up because you brought Destiny up. She didn't just come up. You blatantly asked him about Destiny. Nell feels that Lance does not owe Destiny a conversation, but if he wants to give her one, go for it. Nell's ignorant ass then said, a man is a man and men got needs, and, if you ain't gonna do it, another woman would. Girl, is that how you felt when your husband cheated on you? Is that what you told yourself when Fletcher cheated on you? Or is that what you now tell other women so you don't feel as bad about the fact that your nigga cheated on you when you stayed? Nell then talks about her sit down with Tisha, said that she did not like how she got in Fletcher's face. I thought it was completely inappropriate and Marsau should have checked her ass. Because Tisha would not have been okay if Trisha or Melody stayed getting in Marsau's face. She would not have been okay if Trisha or Nell or Destiny or any other women on the show got in Marsau's face the way that she did. She then goes on to say that Tisha was transparent about her marriage being attacked. Said that no one has brought Tisha proof and it's just been hearsay. Here's the thing though. If Tisha feels in her heart of hearts that her husband has not cheated on her, why are you making a big deal about this? Why were you all but a weep earlier in the episode? Because if you come up to me and tell me, Tammy, your dude is cheating on you and I know his ass is not, or I don't even feel like he could, I don't have the inkling of that, I'm going to be like, yeah, okay. Tisha was damn near in tears because it's rumor after rumor after rumor after rumor. And the biggest issue is that Marsau refuses to shut the rumors down. He thinks it's funny. He thinks it's a game, and it's not. Your problem is with your husband, not with the rumors. So then we get to this stupid scene of Maurice and Martell. Maurice Luther King comes in with his Burberry must have sponsored this season. Because if Jalen ain't wearing Burberry, Fletcher is. If Fletcher ain't wearing Burberry, Maurice is. Maurice, how many Burberry hoodies did you get? Did you just go and get all the ones that were available in the store in every color? Have some variety, baby. Don't do that. That's tacky. So Martell is like, look, I'm in the mood where I'm about to stop playing. Stop playing around. I want to take Ariane more seriously. So Maurice asked if he's thinking about marriage. Martell said, that's the goal. Not tomorrow. But yes, Martell is not going to marry Ariane. I know it. Martell knows it. Deep down, Ariane knows it, okay? So Maurice asked if he's in a good place, said because Martell had a rough couple of months. Martell said, no, I didn't. Martell's such an ignorant ass man. He was like, no, I didn't. I ain't had no rough couple months. I said, oh, okay. So Maurice is like, well, okay, here's the thing. I'm concerned, right? Before I got here, I mapped out in my head what I think is wrong with you. And I think it's that you have played the villain for so long, you have become the villain. He was always the villain. Martell became the villain the moment he decided to step out of his marriage. The fact that you don't think that it's villainous, Maurice, says a lot about you. A lot, okay? So Maurice said that there was a good side to Martell. Martell said, I don't like the negativity. Y'all keep coming at me. He feels that Tisha and Marsau were lying on him. That's why he brought the lady forward. He said, I didn't apologize to her, okay? I didn't apologize. I did not pay the lady. I was hoping that Marsau would call me to apologize. This was a warning. I didn't want to do it, but it was a warning. Okay? I'm not trying to tear they marriage apart. No. No. But Martell said, if you keep coming for me, I'm going to keep going lower and lower and lower because I guess Martell feels even with 5 children, he has nothing to lose, which is unfortunate. Martell feels that Maurice could have stepped in and told Marsau to chill out, and he did not. I do agree with that. I agree with that. And by that, before someone comes in, well, Martell, let me explain. I do think that a lot of times Maurice could step in the middle when Martell and Marsau are going head to head, slinging insults and tea and all this stuff at each other. Maurice could step in and try to diffuse it, and he chooses not to until his name is brought up, which is fine. But then you can't come in afterwards and try to play cleanup man. And that's what Maurice does. Maurice likes to act as if he has no idea what's going on, but then wants to come in and be like, I've been watching you the past couple of months, and I see this and I see that. Either address it when you see it or shut up. So Martell said, look, when we were in LA, okay, at the reunion, and I could not think of the proper term that I needed to use for my court case, you could have helped me. Maurice said, I didn't do that because it is him or you versus the state of Alabama. Anything you say can and will be used against you. That's why. But then Maurice goes on, do you know about my DUI? Yes! And we don't care. Oh my God. Like, are you going to bring this up every conversation? Nigga, we get it. It was dismissed. You don't want to talk about it before. We don't want to hear about it now. talking about something. This is what happened. I hit an animal, then a tree, then a pole. And yes, the animal did get away, but that's what happened. See, me and Kimmi were together, right? We left black. We went to my office because my car was at my office. And then I left and I stopped by so-and-so's house. And then I got to Kimmi, 30 minutes later. It doesn't make sense, Maurice. The story still does not make sense. Because according to Maurice, right? And this is what we have seen on the show. What you have said on the show. I didn't read the court documents. I don't give a fuck enough about these people to look at that shit. If you have, good for you. I did not, and I don't care to, okay? I'm going off of what I saw on the show. I recap the show. I don't recap social media tea. According to Kimmi, she went home and didn't even realize that Maurice wasn't home until the next morning. Now, let Maurice tell it, he was 30 minutes behind Kimmi. He was around the corner from his house. Around the corner from his house. So, Kimmi, did you go home and pass out? Were you drunk, Kimmi, when you got home and you went right into a drunken stupor? Like, none of this makes sense. It doesn't make sense. We know that Maurice got off on a technicality. That was breaking news. It was a technicality. It wasn't from innocence. It wasn't from innocence. And the fact that Maurice keeps saying this is because he knows that a lot of y'all are not going to go whatever. Maurice then goes on and said he had a concussion. Said, I wasn't drunk and my case was dismissed. We know. Because you lectured Monster about it. Because you want your son to go back to the school and cuss out all his friends about it, I guess. Martell said that he does not lie intentionally. Maurice said the video was lying. Martell said, no, I was there. I watched you and Marsau have sex with this woman. She wanted me, and I was like, Martell said, I got standards. I got standards. Y'all asses don't. Maurice said, what color was the carpet? What color was the wall? How does my dick look? I'm like, okay. Maurice goes on to say that there is something very unique about his left below. Maurice is given guilty. Marsau then asks Maurice, so Marsau didn't fly the lady in town? Instead of Maurice saying, I don't know, he's like, well, I don't know what Marsau did. I don't know. Maurice, this conversation did not help you, baby, at all. So Martell said, okay, you're a lawyer, right? Sue me. If I'm lying, sue me. And I will say this, considering that Maurice is a lawyer, I do feel that if Martell was telling such egregious lies, why haven't y'all sued him? Why haven't y'all done it? So then we get Scott 2.0, Kimmi, Maurice, and Marsau meet up, and they talk about Martell. Maurice is concerned about Martell's mental health, and Marsau said, fuck his mental health. I don't care. Maurice said, look, I started to question him like a witness because he said he was there, And I asked him, how does my dick look? And he was like, because there's something unique about me. And Kimmi's back there like, I'm like, y'all all look stupid. So Kimmi said, look, when Martell is a nice guy, he's a nice guy. And when he's not, he's not. How revolutionary. Is that not everybody? Is that not everybody in the world? When I'm nice too. And when I'm a bitch, I'm a bitch. That's everybody in the world. Kimmi, my God. And Kimmi said that was just as proud. Like, come on. So Marsau was like, look, Martell wants to fight and I'm not going to fight him. Maurice said, well, I'm having a men's outing. I guess you're not coming. Martell said, no, I'll come. But I'm not going to talk to Martell. I don't want to talk this out. Marsau said, I'm not taking nothing back. And neither will Martell. We're both fine with what's happening. We're good with where it is. See, Maurice is nervous about that because he does not want Martell to turn his sights and zero in on him, his past, or his future. Hey. But let me know what you guys thought about this episode. I I enjoyed it. I thought it was aight. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, thumbs up the video, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.